Plaintiff Kenneth Grimes is suing his brother for the value of a vehicle. Kenneth says the defendant has a criminal past that includes robbing every member of his family and stealing marijuana. Defendant John Grimes admits to having a criminal record and struggling with several addictions, but he says the truck he's being sued for was given to him by his mother. He's countersuing Kenneth for storage fees.
All right. Kenneth Grimes is suing John Grimes, his brother, for the value of a vehicle, and John is countersuing Kenneth for storage fees. Let's start with you, Kenneth. Why are you here today?
Well, Your Honor, I feel necessary to explain some of the history of the defendant. But before I do, I need to let you know that I also have a criminal history. I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of. I've got a past of drug and alcohol abuse, and that's part of the reason why we're here. Mm-hmm. But the defendant, for the last 25 years, has robbed every member of my family out of anything valuable. I mean, there's no limitations. He's taken things that were given to us for Christmas gifts and pawned them. When I was about 10 years old, I took a snowboard off of layaway to keep him from getting his skull bashed in by somebody that he burnt for half or 3/4 of a pound of weed. I happened to be inside looking out the front window one day, and he was out in the front yard, and some characters that he had been dealing with came to collect a drug debt. And it scared me to death.
So what did you do?
I went and took the $300 or so that I had off my snowboard, and I gave it to him to pay his drug debt. To keep
Is
him
that
from
true?
getting
Did he
killed.
give you the money?
Yes, ma'am. I believe he did.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. How much time have you spent in jail, Kenneth?
All total?
Yeah.
Probably close to 6 months.
6 months for drugs?
No, I actually did 30 days on a non-compliancy charge that was stemming from a possession of paraphernalia, but I've never actually been charged with drugs. The last stint, the precursor to this whole ordeal was for attempted strangulation and enhanced domestic battery, my ex-girlfriend.
And how much time did you get for that?
I got a fixed term of 2 years, indeterminate term of 5 years, but I only served 87 days of it.
How does that happen? How does someone get a fixed term of 5 years and indeterminate term of 6 years, you said?
Fixed term of 2 years, indeterminate term of 5.
Indeterminate 5, and how many days?
I wasn't convicted on that charge, Your Honor. I was convicted of aggravated assault.
Wait a minute. If you got a fixed term, that means you were convicted of something.
Right. I was convicted of aggravated assault.
And how much time did you serve on the aggravated assault?
87 days.
That blows my mind. Where is this woman now? Is she still around?
She's still a judge. She's the same judge, actually, that sentenced the defendant in a grand theft and a possession of controlled substance years earlier.
No, the woman that you strangled.
Oh, no.
You didn't strangle the judge, did you?
No, she's still around.
She's still around.
Sure. She wasn't injured. I mean, she wasn't injured.
Attempted strangulation generally causes some injury.
There was no injury in this case, Your Honor. That's probably a good reason why I only did 3 months for it.
All right. Now, why are you suing him?
I was at his house when I got arrested for it. After a breakup, obviously, with my ex, I went to his house, and I was there when I got arrested. So my pickup was left in his care, and he forged the title and wrote a fake bill of sale and sold it. I still owe $4,700 on it.
What are we talking about? Pickup? What kind of pickup?
1994 Toyota, 4-wheel drive.
Okay. And what, if any, conversations do you have with him prior to your going to jail?
Well, he was actually there while I was getting cuffed and stuffed.
Right. Cuffed and stuffed?
Yeah, while I was getting arrested. While I was getting placed in the police car.
Do you say anything to him about the Toyota?
Yeah, I tell him to hang on to it till I get out of jail.
Okay. Now, what do you want to say?
I'd like to correct what he said. He mentioned forging a title. If I had forged any title, there would have been criminal charges to this. It was investigated. There was no criminal wrongdoing there. Therefore, I did not forge a title.
All
It was signed when I received the title.
John, let's talk about your criminal record. Do you have one?
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me.
I've got an extensive one, to be honest with you. I too have had a large past with drugs and alcohol. I don't have the violence on my record that Kenny's got. I did prison time for
Grand theft
by possession and possession of controlled substance. Thanks.
So drugs, alcohol, grand theft.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, he says he's going to jail.
Yep.
He says to you, take care of my truck. It's in the driveway.
I actually told him I would take care of his belongings. I had all of his clothes, his vehicle.
What, if anything, did you do with the truck?
I held onto the truck for
a month. I went to jail on December the 2nd, and before Christmas that year, he'd sold it. So he didn't even have it a month.
How do you sell? Whose name is the truck in?
Mine and my stepfather's.
Okay.
I sold the truck on January 2nd, to be honest with you, of '08.
January 2nd, you sold it. How do you sell it if it's his?
I verbally bought the truck from my mother that was the owner of the vehicle. The owner of that vehicle was not Kenneth Grimes. The owner
He just said he and his stepfather own the truck.
it was titled to Ray Reed.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I have a copy of that title right here.
Let's see
If
it.
you'd like to see it.
So your mother sold it to you?
Yes, she did. She had spoke to me a few days after Kenny had been arrested.
Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
How does your mother sell you a truck that Ray and Kenneth own?
She had spoke to Ray, called me back and said that Ray said it would be okay to buy this vehicle for $3,000.
Hey, I could go outside and say it's okay to buy a truck over there if I don't own it. What difference does it make?
It was my mother. I didn't think she would steer me the wrong way.
So it's your mother's fault?
No, ma'am.
But you were proceeding on what your mother told you.
Yes. I was,
Okay,
Your Honor.
good. All right, what I'm looking at is it's Kenneth and Ray's car.
Yeah,
Okay.
Was.
And you say that you sold it.
I did.
To whom?
A local car lot where we live.
Okay, and what did you give them, pray tell, for title?
I gave them the title that was already signed by Kenny and Ray prior to me ever getting it due to Kenny had brought the truck from Oregon to Idaho. Needed that title signed by both parties in order for him to re-register this vehicle.
Did you have any intent to sell the vehicle?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. I never did sell a vehicle.
Did you ever sign over title to anyone?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. The proof is right there in front of you. I mean, that's not my signature.
So you're saying you never gave your mother permission to sell the vehicle that you and Ray owned to him?
Absolutely not.
So what you're saying is this is not your signature here?
That one there is my signature. If you flip 2 more pages, you'll see the defendant's rendition of my signature. It's not even a good fake.
Is this your signature, Kenneth?
That is my signature, Your Honor.
All right. And what you're saying is that this signature is an imposter signature.
It is.
That's not your handwriting.
Absolutely not.
Might have been his girlfriend who I received the title from.
Why would
Who'd
she?
you get the title from? The girlfriend, your
Yeah.
mother, or Ray?
No, his girlfriend. Sorry, Your Honor. No, his girlfriend had all of his personal belongings, paperwork, and
The
stuff.
one he
whatnot.
strangled?
Yes, she returned everything to me. That's how I obtained the title. That's how I obtained the title.
John,
Yeah.
you sold it to a local car lot?
Yes, I did.
What'd you make?
$2,000.
And what'd you do with the 2,000?
I had made an arrangement with a private owner to buy their 4-door sedan for $2,000 cash.
Basically, you got the money and you buy a different vehicle.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
You come out of jail. You find out that the 94 Toyota is not in the driveway where you left it 87 days prior.
Right.
What do you do?
I asked him where it was at, and he told me he had lent it to somebody who took it to Phoenix, Arizona 2 weeks prior and never brought it back. That was his story. Was it not?
Did you
was
say
that your story?
Yes, I did. I felt, at the time of his release, I felt like
Because you knew you really didn't have legal title to sell it to the
I
local
did.
car
Absolutely
lot.
had no
but
legal
my
right
mother
to that
wasn't
pickup,
backing me
Your
up
Honor.
on it. My mother wasn't backing me up on what she had told me. Therefore, it made me immediately look like the bad guy, like I had done something wrong.
And that is a persona that you're unaccustomed to being in, right? But you're saying that your mother said that he said it was okay.
No, I proposed this deal with her. I said I'd give it to her. She was going to come to Idaho and repo it. Her and Ray were after Christmas because he had never made not one payment on this vehicle and drove it into the ground.
It's not true.
At that time, I needed a vehicle and proposed this deal with her. I was waiting a settlement
Right?
in the next few months and told her I would give her $3,000 for this truck, not $5,000, which they had sold it to Kenny for because he had ran it in the ground so much. She called me back the following morning and told me that Ray had agreed to this deal and that I could buy the truck, but I had to pay them the $3,000 as soon as I got my
And
settlement.
did you ever do that?
I never received
you
my
ever pay
settlement.
them a
Still to
dime?
this day, I've never received a settlement
So
in that case. So
Nobody agreed to let you sell that truck, John, for a title loan, basically, is how it ended up
That's-
working out.
that's your
Another
opinion.
thing, too, is the car that you
opinion.
bought, did you get a title for it? Tell the judge.
No,
You
I
bought a
didn't. In fact,
$30,000 vehicle for $2,000.
Yes, I did.
And you bought it with the
was a-
bill of
hold
sale
on,
only. You could never even get the thing registered.
Kenneth, hang on.
no, I said no.
I have a witness, I think, that would be
Who?
like to speak. My mom.
All right. Your mother is here?
Absolutely.
Oh, excellent. Let's bring her.
How are you today?
No.
Fine, thank you.
Tell us your name. Tell us your name.
My name is Brenda.
All right, Brenda. There is an issue here as it relates to a truck that your son Kenneth left in the driveway of John's before he was sent off to prison for 87 days. And John, of course, is making representations here that you said it was okay with Ray, that he take the truck and sell it. What's the truth?
John called and wanted to know if he could buy Kenny's truck. And I asked Ray, because it was his vehicle that he was selling to Kenny on a monthly basis.
Right.
And Ray was angry and said, fine, let him have it for $3,000. And I told John that, but then I called John back a day or two later and said, no. I said, Kenny is not going to stay in jail for any length of time, and he needs his vehicle to find work when he's out. I said, will you please park it in your driveway, lock it so nobody can get into it or steal anything from it? And John's words were, yes, I will do that.
Are you a man of your word?
At that point, I'd already sold it.
Let me ask you a question.
Well,
Is your mother telling the truth?
yeah, she is telling the truth.
But then when your mother told you that, what did you say to her?
I did tell her that I would park it. But at that time, I'd
So you
already
lied
sold.
to your mother.
Yes, I did.
If you lied to your mother, you lied to the court. What else do you want to say, Brenda?
Well, I have something I want to say to my son.
Mom.
I have 3 sons that I love very much. But the
Are you proud of yourself
dishonesty,
now?
the dishonesty, John, is too much.
I apologize, Mom. I'm not the only dishonest one here.
Oh, stop it. It's
No,
not about
I'm not.
him.
I'm not.
He didn't do anything. I don't care about all the other stuff. I'm talking about what we're dealing with here right now. Here is a woman who is a loving, caring mother. All right? There's no question about it. You know, and it's obvious to me. She's devastated over this, and you're a wise guy.
No, ma'am,
yes, you
I'm not.
are. Don't say no. You took a truck you converted it. It was in your driveway. You took it. You used your mother as an excuse to tell your brother. She gave you permission to sell it while he was in jail. Shame on you.
Yeah.
So the verdict of this court is very simple. As far as I am concerned, you took that truck. You didn't have the right to take that truck. We had to bring your mother in here to get to the truth. She has to carry her emotions on her sleeve in front of the whole world because you're a thief. You're a thief. You're a thief. Pay him $5,000.